Hey guys. All right, it's Tuesday, October the 13th. Here's your math video. We're still going to be doing the reviews. The review is on the addition, subtraction, and multiplication. As far as addition and subtraction goes, we are still working with the idea of regrouping. And then with multiplication, we just need to work on multiplication. So let's get started. I can turn the page. All right. So as we can see right here, we're still we're not multiplying, we're adding. We've added some numbers yesterday. If I'm not mistaken, it was 3-digit plus 3-digit numbers. Today we went up to 4. So same rules apply, guys. We're just adding any carryover. That's all you got to do. So for right here, just like we did yesterday, I'll do the top rows and you do the rest. So I have 2,800 plus 9,978. Wait, there's something on the end of my pen. All right, I got it. Okay, so I'm going to start in my ones place and then go to my tens, hundreds, and thousands. So 0 plus 8 is 8. And then 0 plus 7 is 7. Easy enough. Then I get here. I go 8 plus 9. Now that is 17. So just like before, I drop the number in the ones place and I kick up the 10. Okay, so now I have 2 plus 9 is 11, plus 1 is 12. So 12,778. Now, it's easier if you keep your numbers lined up even when you answer. That's just how it works. It's just better that way. And remember, you put your comma after every third number. All right, so I have 3,880 plus 3,979. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start in our ones place, just like before. 0 plus 9 is 9. 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. So I'm going to drop the 5 because it's in the ones place and kick up the 1. Okay, 8 plus 9 is 17, plus 1 is 18. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Now, if you don't remember, I do like that if you circle your answers, that I'm able to eagle eye what I need to see. Okay, next thing I have 9,412 plus 3,822. You just add, guys. Start in your ones place and go over. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 2 is 3. 4 plus 8 is 12. 9 plus 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. $8,115 plus 5,748. So 5 plus 8, we have 13. Carry my 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 1 plus 7 is 8. Then 8 plus 5 is 13. All right, and the last problem we're going to be working together. 29,000, no, it's not. 2,957 plus 6,910. 7 plus 0 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6. 9 plus 9 is 18. 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 1 is 9. All right, guys. I know y'all can do it, and I know you're going to do well with it. Do the rest of them. That's 10 problems. Okay? We're going to go over to subtraction. Now, remember, with subtraction, we may, or we may not, it just depends on the problem, run into some borrowing. And remember, when we borrow, you're basically taking that number apart, and you're giving part of it to the next number. Okay? Just like we saw the other day when we had to borrow from the tens place, that 10 rod broke into 10 separate little pieces and joined over here to make 18. That's basically what it's doing. So I have 848 minus 129. I cannot take 9 from 8. I can't do it. So I have to go to the neighbor and borrow from the 4. So the 4 turns into a 3, and this 8 turns into 18 because it's taking one of the 10 rods from the 4 and putting it over here. So 18 minus 9 is 9. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. And 8 minus 1 is 7. All right. So now I have 813 minus 663. Okay. The 3 minus 3 gives you 0. That's easy. I cannot take 6 away from 1. I can't do it. So I have to borrow from the neighbor. The neighbor turns into a 7. And the 1 jumps up to 11. Because you're taking part of that number, the neighbor, and putting it next door. Okay? So now I can take 6 from 11, and that gives me 5. And when I take 6 from 7, it gives me 1. Okay, next number is 692 minus 678. Okay, I cannot take 8 from 2, so I have to borrow. So that turns into an 8, and this turns into 12. 12 minus 8, 4. 8 minus 7 is 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. Okay, 454 minus 437. I cannot take 7 away from 4, so I have to borrow. Turns into 14. 14 minus 7 is 7. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 4 minus 4 is 0. So my answer is 17. 401 minus 221. 1 minus 1 is 0. And I cannot take 2 away from 0. So I have to borrow. So this turns into a 3, and this turns into 10. Now I can take 2 away from 10, which is 8. And then 2 away from 3 is 1. All right, guys. You're going to do the rest of them. Good luck. Make sure you're paying attention when you regroup. Okay? Now let's get back to some multiplication. Yes. Multiplication. All right. So now we did 2 digit by 1 digit yesterday. So today we're going to be working with 2 digits by 2 digits. The very important thing that you need to know, number 1, line everything up. You need to line everything up. Number 2, write neat. Because you can get all messed up if you can't read your handwriting. Number 3, take your time. Okay, let's get started. So remember, we have to keep everything lined up, okay, with multiplication. Now, last 9 weeks we did some of these with area models. We're not going to use area models. We're simply going to be using old-fashioned algorithm. That means that we got to work the problem out. If you follow these steps, you'll be fine. Okay? So, we're going to start in their ones place. You have to multiply the ones first. So you're going to go 3 times 9 is 27. So I'm going to put my 7 down, kick up the 2. Because I cannot put 27 down here. I have to kick up the number in the tens place. Now, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so I did the multiplication. Now, I have to add the 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 2 is 8. Now, so I don't get confused next time, I'm going to go ahead and mark out that 2. Now, I'm going over here to my tens place. But before I can do that, I need to come right here and put a 0 in the ones place because I'm done with the ones place at the bottom. So basically what I'm saying is 80 times 9. So I just went ahead and put the 0 there. Always put your 0 on the second line first. That should be automatic. Now, as you can see, everything thus far is lined up. Keep it that way. Now, 8 times 9 is 72. So I'm going to drop the 2 because that's in the ones place and carry the 7 because that was in the tens place. So now, that looks fuzzy. There we go. So now I'm going to say 8 times 2 is 16 because it is. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I'm going to put 23. So now all I have to do is add my numbers together. Now, as you can see, I kept everything lined up, straight, ready to go. So now I'll just add. 7 plus 0 is 7. 8 plus 2 is 10. So I'm going to drop the 0, kick up the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 plus 0 is 2. So my answer is 2,407. Okay, next problem. 84 times 10. Now, I am not going to require you to multiply the zeros. So I'm going to show you a little trick. I'm going to come right down here. I'm going to rewrite the problem. I'm going to go 84 times, and I know I said line everything up, but this is when you have a, you don't have to mind the rule thing. Bump the 0 back. Okay? Now, this only can happen when you're multiplying with a number with a 0 at the end. So, it's kind of like I took a mallet and I hit that down. The 0 drops down, and then I just have to go 1 times 4 is 4. 8 times 1 is 8. That's all you have to do. Or if you want to, you can do the multi-step problem, but this is just a lot easier and quicker. Okay? So now I have 78 times 78. So just like before, I'm going to start my ones place. 8 times 8, all right? 8 times 8 is 64. So I'm going to put my 6. No, I'm not. I'm going to drop my 4, carry my 6. Okay? Now, 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. But because I have this 6 up here, I have to add 6 to 56, which is going to give me 62. So I'm going to write down 62. Now, I'm going to mark that out. I'm moving to the tens place. So I'm automatically going to come right down here and put a 0. That's automatic. Okay? Now, 7 times 8, once again, we know this is 56. So I'm going to put my 6 and carry my 5. Now, 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 5? No, it's not. It's 49 plus 5 is 54. I apologize. Now all we have to do is add. If you want to, if you like, I don't care if you do this. You can always put a 0 here if that throws you off. If you don't like having a number that doesn't have anything on top of it, it's fine. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry my 1. And then 5 plus 0 is 5 plus 1 is 6. All right, looky here. I have another number that ends in a 0. So I'm going to rewrite it. So 64 times 60. That's what I have to do. Now the 0 bumps down. And now I'm just left with 64 times 6. 64 times 6. So 6 times 4 is 24. Carry my 4. Put the 4. Carry my 2. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 2 is 38. Now that's just a lot easier than I'm sorry, my phone's going off. Somebody sent me a message about what today. Okay. 96 times 46. Same thing's going to happen here, guys. 6 times 6 is 36. Drop my 6, bump up my 3 because the 3 is in the tens place, and I can't put 2 digits in one place value. I can't. Now, 6 times 9 is 54. 54 plus 3 is 57. Now, I'm going to put a 0 down here because now I'm moving over to my tens place. Now, once I do this, I can now start multiplying. So 4 times 6 is 24. Drop my 4, carry my 2. Now, let's see. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 2 is 38. Now all I have to do is add. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 7 plus 4 is 11. Sorry. 8 plus 5 is 13. Plus 1 is 14. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. All right, so that is your multiplying with 2 digits by 2 digits. You have to remember to put that number in the 10. When you're doing the multiplication, you stop right here. You have to remember to put that 0 down. That 0 is just as important as everything else. It's very important that you put that 0 down here. And it's going to continue to be important even when we go with the 3 digits and more. Especially when you get to like the 3 digit by 3 digit number, or even the 4 digit by 3 digit, which is the main goal of 5th grade, is to be able to multiply a 4 digit number by a 3 digit number. All right, so now you're going to be working with the last 10. So just remember, start in your ones place. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, drop the 8, carry the 1. And then you're going to go 6 times 6 is 36, plus 1 is 37. All right, now I'm moving over to my tens place. I'm going to put that 0 down here. And go 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6 is 18. And then I add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 7 plus 9 is 16. 3 plus 8 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you do this each and every time. All right, guys, that is your video notes for the day. Please stay tuned for your problem solving page. I'll talk to y'all later. Stay out of trouble.